everyone, my name is Corey McNair and I'm the founder of the Corey McNair Foundation, where we are connecting law enforcement with the community through service projects. Up next, you'll hear a story of a young Kayshawn who is 11 years old, and he has been dealing with some challenges for the past 9 years. He is a fighter. He has showed that he can endure, and for the holiday season, we would like to bless him and show him an act of love by buying him some gifts for Christmas. So if you would like to be a part of that experience, you can donate to our Cash App. That's Corey McNair FD, Corey McNair FD, or you can email us, CoreyMcNairFoundation@gmail.com. That's CoreyMcNairFoundation@gmail.com, where you can be able to send them a gift, an act of love. So once again, please stay safe, please social distance, and have a very, very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. God bless.
My name is Andre Lawhorn. I got a son named Kayshawn. He's 11 years old. When he was 2 years old, he was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia, and it was February that they told us. We went to the appointment and they gave us a heads up like, hey, right now you guys are going to be sent to the hospital. We actually had to wait for his mom to come to the hospital, and I kind of knew something was going on, because it's like, why wouldn't you just explain to me what's going on now, and why do you want to wait for her? So I didn't know how bad it was, but I'm like, you know what, right now we're not going to worry about that. We'll just, pray, see what happens. And he was actually good. Like, he wasn't upset. He just was like, he didn't know what was going on. And to be 2 years old, he can't really understand what they're saying anyway. So, it was a difficult thing to be going through at the time. But when his mom arrived, that's when they told us both, like, hey, your son has leukemia. And the thing about leukemia is there's no cure. So the hardest part is, trying to decide, like, okay, well, what do we do? Like, is there a process, or is it just, hey, live the rest of your life and we'll figure out what happens then? Or is it, jumping down to the fact that, all right, let's start this, we'll do this and do this and do this, and now he's in remission, and then this happens. But once they finally gave us that time to actually cry, call family, and talk with each other, then they came back. I think it was like 2 hours. They came back and they said, look, now that you guys are able to talk to us, they broke down the plan, and they gave us everything that we needed to do.
Bang, bang.
Treatment for his leukemia now, we started out, it was radiation, it was coming to the hospital 2-3 times a day, it was staying in the hospital. We actually stayed this time for a year, and when we stayed there, different things were going on, whether he was throwing up, whether it was different sinus infections and different infections, period, just coming to him. Because what happens is, when they take your counts every week or every other day, or how many days they decide to do it, you go up and down all the time, so it's never, hey, today's good, so the next of the week is going to be all right. It's no, like, it's day by day, constantly. Like, you don't know what's going to happen.
You gotta practice first. Damn, hey, damn. Oh, look at the fingertips on that thing, damn. Give me a damn.
Any advice I can give to somebody, whether you're going through cancer, you're going through an illness, or you're going through something bad with your child, with your family member in your life, is you have to keep prayer. I wasn't the biggest prayer all the time. Now I pray all the time, and it didn't start 9 years ago or this whole time, but it just was like, I didn't realize how much I actually should be praying, because that helped us out a lot, and he didn't know to pray for different things. So now we actually pray every night, and some other things I would say is, find something that works for you. So for Christmas, we normally, he'll spend either time with me or his mom. So we normally get together, have a couple things. I'll bring gifts by, I'll leave gifts at my house, and then, it is what it is at that point. But at the same time, right now he's been talking about Fortnite and the V-Bucks and gaming chairs and stuff like that. He just constantly uses, whether he's using his phone or he's using the actual PS4 and things like that. The advice that I would give him, from me being a dad, being a parent, being, you know, what we call each other is big dogs. But the advice that I would give to him is, number one, keep continuing to pray every day. Whether it's morning, whether it's night, whether things are good, whether it's bad, because even when things are good, we sometimes forget that a lot of this stuff still comes from prayer. Then at the same time, I would just tell him like, hey man, continue doing the great job that you're doing with school, because with things going on how they are now, you've actually been doing virtual school a few times. This is actually the third time you've done school in the hospital, and you've done all these amazing things. Like, you have to keep remembering that you are a king, you are a true warrior, and I'm proud of you. I love you, and at the end of the day, I just want you to keep doing the great job that you're doing.